Wait, can they hear us on stream? Okay. I'm audible to stream, right? Probably. Welcome, everyone. We're a little bit late, but that's okay. We're here for the Semifinals Mappool showcase. I'm Cassian F commentating with Mifa.
Hey, hello there. It's been a while since actually commentating for a while, ever since from making World Cup, but we're back again, I guess.
Yeah, am I audible? Actually, am I? Can you like hear me fine?
Yeah.
Because I just realized my my webcam. I actually don't know where it is. Like usually it's just sitting on top of my monitor, but I actually can't see it right now, so I don't know where the hell my webcam is, so I don't know where it's picking up my voice.
Yeah, man, I don't know, probably.
Okay, I found it. Is that better?
Yeah, that definitely feels better.
Okay. We're back. So welcome everyone. We're here with the Mappool showcase for the semi-finals, and well, we might as well get into it. So straight into the first map then.
Getting to harder picks than last round, as per usual, for every next round.
Yeah, this is a much bigger of a step up than the previous step up. And this is going to be the first pick. This is going to be, well, I wonder what kind of map this is. Court Jack 1.1.
I bet it is streams.
Yes, this is actually an LN map.
Ah, yeah, right.
Court Jack
Cool.
Yeah, but this is going to be Galaxy. And this is going to be the Court Jack map. This is actually really short overall. And I believe it's like just under 120 BPM at 1.1.
So maybe it was like around.
So it's not actually that fast.
It was like around 130, I guess, for 1.1.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure, but I do know that it's very, very dense.
I'm curious because subconsciousness from like the quarterfinals was actually kind of big.
Yeah, okay, so that's
okay,
the
here we
density
go.
right. Okay, yeah, that's very
Yeah,
nice.
right. Okay, that's big step.
And I think with flashlight, the density is going to be probably a problem
Wait.
to a lot of people as well.
There's outlines in there. There's outlines in that too. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh
some
god,
little,
it's like
little
quads for every half a measure.
Yeah, so this is a pretty big step up in density here.
Oh boy.
I think the speed is not much of a step up relatively, but it's definitely going to be harder to read
Oh yeah, for sure.
overall
It's like
to play.
when you think about like Flash, like you tend to like read the density a lot more. So the speed, I think, it doesn't
Yeah.
give out much of a step up either.
Yeah, so that should be, I mean, I guess they'll probably, like, everyone is ET so far, so there's probably going to be, like,
True.
FCs coming through for this pretty easily and all that.
You just try not to choke up on the islands there because I see a fair amount of islands in between the quads.
Just don't choke, lol. Anyway,
Nice.
the next map we're going to go to is something different. Oh, okay, we're going to see Good Bounce, which is a map that I think a lot of people already know of.
It's pretty much reuse at that point, but it's pretty cool as a file, you know?
Yeah, and this is obviously a one crystal map, but not as like release focused as other one maps tend to be. It's more of like a density kind of thing, like I guess the real struggle is just keeping combo, I find, for the most part.
I think it's also kind of worth noting this. Even they're not staggered as a LN release either, so it's definitely easier to score.
Yeah, but definitely like the density aspect. Like this, it feels much more physically demanding than it looks, right? Like I don't know, I get really tired when I play this. Like it takes up a lot of my stamina for some reason. But yeah, so the density is definitely a big step up as well. Especially towards the chorus, we're going to see a lot more of the
these broken jumps. Every note are double.
Yeah. That section is it's really tricky actually.
I'm actually fairly surprised that you're like using flashlight and having like 39.5 hours of this thing is actually kind of hard to do, especially when you like visual aid for most people.
Unfortunately, this is not an FC. I don't know where I missed.
Right.
But I missed.
I saw the two misses. I saw the two misses. Yeah, on the other results. Yeah, there you
go. That would be it. Yeah, no, this is definitely much harder. Like, accuracy-wise, maybe not quite as hard to act as some of the other maps in the pool. But actually, just one of the other maps. I think one of them. This is like probably the middle.
Your middle ground.
Like the middle ground kind of map in terms of score for me personally.
And that's actually like 12,200 is actually really good. I actually never got myself to get below 10 or even 15. So 12 is actually really good.
We'll see what people can get on this with flashlight.
Definitely a different experience.
Yeah. So next, I think we should go back to Rice again. We have this is like a mixed Rice.
Oh yeah.
So this has.
You got that.
Yeah, you got that epic song clearly.
Also, why is Tope's avatar in the background?
Not Map
So is
Vibro.
Avatar. If people were wondering, the old Avatar by Tower is actually that good on the back.
Yeah. Well, we can watch the replay now. This is I mean, it's not as hard as my score makes it look, but just because I'm not exactly in the best condition when I was making some of these replay scores, so don't use that to judge difficulty. I think this is pretty tame, mostly. I think a lot of it is, so you see some combination of like mini jacks here and there, and like these bursts.
Oh yeah, well okay. That's a jump to a hand in the column 4.
Yeah. So some of those epic ranked patterns, you know. But overall, it's not too bad in terms of playing it. Like I reckon like 99 is pretty easily possible for me.
The left hand bias on the burst there. You see like the mini jack on 2, and then it goes straight into burst into like columns 2, 4.
Yeah.
Oh, we actually kind of got it right actually.
Yeah, we get a break like halfway through. I think this is not massively long either.
I actually kind of don't like how the streams look.
The streams are pretty, like, they feel more comfortable than they look, I feel like.
Oh, got into Trilly jump streams. Oh!
Those jacks I'm just really bad at. I'm just really bad at them.
That's a nice spike.
And yeah, so it continues on for the second half, and by this point, I mean, like, a little bit of stamina maybe as well starts to come into effect. Even though it was just after a break.
Yeah, those columns 2 mini jacks, oh god, that's actually gonna be really hard to find. It's like jam packed into one file in the ending, and then for some reason the stamina is gonna die.
Yeah, there's a couple of maps in this pool that are actually quite stamina draining as well. So I think this is overall, like, I mean, I think this is pretty fun. It's not It's not the hardest rice map, definitely. I think.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of scared because this is actually pretty hard for 7.
I don't know.
Anyway.
It's like maybe in the middle. I'm not sure. It depends on skill set, really, because, I mean, personally, I would find the Jack map far harder than any other map in this pool, but that's just me.
Oh boy, I'm very worried from here on out, because Rise, if you say that this is not the hardest, then I don't know.
I don't know. Like, I mean, I have a 99 on this, but it's with score V1, so I couldn't use it, so I had to make a new score.
Yeah, like Ting and Maker actually share the same sentiment, because this is actually really hard for what it looks like.
Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, we'll go on to the next one though. This is we have a hybrid map again.
Yeah, it's the Carry Me Away by Arpia. You rarely see Arpia making hybrids outside of Vibros, but yeah, you have hybrids now.
Vibro map. This is the Vibro map of the pool.
Oh boy.
But this one is also like a hybrid. Obviously, Arpia also made brand new type in the previous pool, but this is kind of a different type of hybrid, where it focuses more on, I guess, a lot of more like technical rise patterns rather than.
It's more on the physicality side. You have LNs, you have Jags in there too.
Yeah, like brand new type, it mostly just kind of bursts for the rise side. But this is more technical. It's got some mini jacks. It's got some wacko streams, and obviously the LN.
Oh yeah, I don't like those jacks. Like the jacks on the from a hand to a jump, then to a hand again. It does feel counterintuitive to what it plays. Yeah, even like some people like Search is actually having a lot of struggle playing this.
Yeah, there can definitely be some struggles, and I like. I think overall, like, this is the harder of the two hybrids, definitely. Especially physically.
Oh
I think this
yeah,
is.
it is definitely. There's a lot of physicality involved. It's not just involving person jacks because you got Elms the factor, and it's actually going to be like either you can like really play them or you can probably ignore them at best. Pretty much it for hybrid, I guess. Yeah, this is actually scaring me a little bit there because the hybrids tend to get hard. Hybrids are kind of hard here.
Well, one of the hybrids is hard. I think the other one is fairly tame.
I mean, let's just see about that then.
We'll see. We'll see. The next map we have Pog.
Oh yeah, basically my file, I guess, Yozakura
Yeah.
by myself.
This is
Speed stream.
yeah, this is speed. This is the speed map. But like last map, this is kind of a weird one because obviously last pool we had what's it called? Was a shmup.
Oh yeah,
And this
What's the stuff that's
doesn't.
like 240, right?
Yeah, this doesn't feel harder than Was a shmup, but you end up with the lower score anyway.
Oh yeah, it's because like Wazeshmup was around the index realm of
Yeah.
starting. This one it
And start
doesn't
the
feel
replay.
like because it revolves around the lane. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll start the replay now.
Also, yeah, this it starts pretty tame because nothing's pretty much going on, so you don't have to worry about that.
Oh yeah, also this is another one where I have a low score because I had to set this like 30 minutes ago. Because I realized
Understandable.
Mifa updated the map like an hour, like 2 hours ago.
Oh yeah, I was like missing those a little bit.
Yeah,
But
but
it's no big deal anyway.
these streams I feel like might actually be hard to read with Flashlight as well for a lot of people. They're not that physically demanding, but more towards like the reading side and the accuracy side. Is gonna be like the biggest challenge.
Yeah, the speed itself is kind of nice. Like the patterns itself are definitely a bit more comfier.
Was a shmup was much more trill focused, right?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it revolves around the index, so I'm not too surprised.
Yeah, and this is much more comfy, slightly faster, and then also just harder to hack in general.
Also, the second half of this is kind of dumped a bit because it's not straight 1/8 or like 270 BPM around that.
Yeah, so you can see like overall, like it's not too bad to keep up with.
Yeah, it's just you try not to lose focus too much here.
This is going to be an interesting one, like that I want to watch really because I want to see how well people can read this kind of thing with Flashlight. Because this is we haven't really seen this kind of rolly speed yet, and I feel like this kind of speed map is something that people might struggle on with the reading side.
Oh yeah, nice combo break in the end there.
Yeah, no, I tanked the end.
You had a bit of stronger start in the first half. But,
hey, I was tired.
I was also there.
I was tired when I was playing this.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. Pretty decent run at best.
But I think we're going to see some pretty high scores on this one. Like one of the despite being the speed map, it's like not that physically demanding. So I feel like people are going to do okay on it.
Yeah, it's not the worst thing to score at least for the other Rice Pigs anyway.
Yeah. So next we're gonna go. Oh, we're gonna go to a SV map this time. So
Kind of rush.
this one's a relatively new one. I'm not even sure if many people know of this yet, but I just randomly found it.
Yeah, I'm not really sure if this is like it's like almost 3 weeks old,
Yeah,
and
but
no one seems to find it or whatever.
yeah. So this is So we can go ahead and start now. But this is the what we've at least classified. Oh yeah, we might need to turn up the scroll speed. Yeah. I have played Flashlight on like scroll 4. With, like SVs with scroll 4 flashlight. I don't even know why. I just don't question it.
Nah, I don't think so. It's probably the skin because the fade-in skin probably like helps in.
Maybe.
A little bit there.
But this is more on the reading side. So it's kind of like reminiscent of Heart from the last one, the Moa Shop map from last pool, but it's more like, especially with Flashlight, you'd notice it. It's more intrusive with the little jumps, right? So it's like these little bumps that you'll see everywhere, but it's a little bit more intrusive. You have a little bit less leeway with like the reading and the timing. And also, as we'll see a little bit later, there's a little bit of slow jam thrown in as well. So it's the similar kind of concept, but you need a lot more focus.
Like so far, it's actually pretty like neatly layered. It's not like busy structure, but it's just like how you can attempt to read ESPs more properly. Like the patterns are easy enough to do.
Yeah, it's not too bad overall. It's just mainly like these little drills here and there you need to remember, and obviously it's really hard to see exactly the difficulty of this map watching it like this, because of course Flashlight is what makes it hard.
Yeah, I mean it kind of like SD files on like Flashlight is kind of restrict you for a bit there to find the right difficulty.
Yeah, and like I would definitely say like this is really just concentration map. I find myself like really needing to concentrate through the whole map just to not drop 200s everywhere. And here we have a little bit of slow jam as well.
Although I do see like the kind of stutters are also kind of tricking you up a little bit.
Yeah, the stutters are actually a bit of a step up from Hard.
Kind of makes you disoriented a little bit.
yeah, it does a lot. It might require some practice just to get used to the timing, get used to the song. Because first run, I don't think people are gonna have very good scores on this.
Ooh, this is pretty interesting. Like for an SB pick, this is pretty interesting. I guess, like for the least anyway, it's probably easy at the time.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, of the two SV maps, I actually don't know whether this is easier or harder. I find this harder than the other one, but Arcat finds this much easier.
Yeah, it just depends on whether you're stronger at like reading or just in terms of how you can analyze the patterns.
But yeah, we'll go on to the next map. We got another rice map here.
Yeah, it's Shoegazer's Hydra, which the short edit. I guess you could say stamina, even though this is like 3 minutes long, but it feels draggy.
I mean, it's 3 minutes, but it's like 3 minutes non-stop, right? Like there's a short break in the middle, but after the break, there's like not a single snap that doesn't have a note, right?
Yeah. Once you run through it,
so let's go for the replay now. Yeah, so this is the stamina map of the pool, and as we can see in the title, it's 209 BPM. So it's like a jump stream at 209 BPM, which is, I mean, physically it's not that demanding, but it's more like a stamina, like how long it is, right?
Well, unlike physicality, this is just requires you to be good at two-hand trailing, because there's a lot of like the jump stream itself has like the 1, 2, and 3, 4 before getting to singles again. So it's kind of like around the realm of not even a straight jump stream.
Yeah. See, like I find this harder than you got that. but that's just because I suck at like.
Oh yeah, there's these
stamina.
1/5 burst.
My
Just-
stamina, my stamina is bad.
Just to throw in a little bit of a 1/5 and 1/6 snap.
Yeah. The bursts are like okay though. Not too bad. And I find like the first
Patterns are
half.
quite chilly.
Yeah, the first half overall, there's some like little bit tricky patterns, but overall it's pretty all right in the first half. Like there's nothing that's too insane. But
Yeah,
I
like,
really
like
it's
you
just,
can see like the doubles in the like the consecutive doubles before entering the singles again. It's kind of hard to do.
yeah, it's definitely like more tricky than just like a straight up like normal like generic jump stream map.
But yeah, these are the
Yeah.
patterns are I don't like them.
Now, after that very short break, now all of a sudden we have just this stream that doesn't stop.
Yeah, once you get here, it's just you either get lost or basically you can just combo through all the way. And your stamina is pretty much in trade for trade here.
So this does this starts to really drain your stamina from this point onwards, and I feel like all the players left are much better physically than I am. So if I can get through it just barely, then I think.
Oh yeah, you started to get a bit more hamstring, like. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Up until this point, I actually start to look like exhausted a little bit from here.
Yeah, it does get like right now. You're just like, holy crap, when is it gonna end? And it's
like,
only 3 minutes long. It's not even that long. It's 3 minutes, but it feels longer.
Yeah, it's just draggy, like I said before. Although, funnily enough, if I get exhausted, my hit error is somewhat more concentrated. I have no idea.
You become better at the game when you get more exhausted, right?
Yeah.
Going
somehow
up.
You can see now, but nah, there's a burst in the outro too, so that's kind of tricky to do.
Okay, so let's have a look. Next map. I can't remember the order that I put these in. Oh, okay. So we have this is the more straightforward LN map of the pool, so we can play this now. And I think this is also one of the longer maps, at around like 3 minutes. Although, even though it's the same length as Hydra, this feels like 10 times shorter than Hydra.
Oh yeah, this the classic Sozero charge where the elements.
So this
it offers more variety. It offers more variety for sure. So this doesn't look like as long as Hydra.
So this is a Sozero map, and if you're familiar with Sozero Senya maps, then they all kind of like play. You kind of know
more
what
or less the same.
you know what
they are
to
more or less
expect,
play the same.
Right? It's a bit of a mix of releases, density, just kind of a variety here and there, but not really anything that's hard to act or hard to combo so much. Like I feel like this is probably more testing your consistency more than anything.
Also, if I remember correctly, this was like OD6, so it's almost OD5, I think. Around
it's a
really
forgiving OD, and I think like my highest score on this is actually the same as my highest score on Sagashimono.
Yeah, Sagashimono was really release oriented, I guess, to put it that way.
But yeah, I think the main thing is just how you deal with like kind of the increase in density, I guess, right? If you can stay consistent with reading all of this. But overall, I think it's probably
let me check. This is
probably the safest LNP.
Yeah, this is Yeah, OD 5.6. So this is really kind
5.6.
of this is pretty forgiving.
5.6. It's like so specific. Like
Yeah, I have no idea. We're probably trying to confuse this. Oh yeah, that's the trail, the Kamui trail on the
Kamui trail.
2 column 2 and 3. Yeah. Oh yeah, those are look like very one-hand trailer right now on the right hand. Sounds easy to time though because of the OD. I mean, it doesn't feel like that long either because it offers more variety, like we said.
Yeah, it's not like stamina draining. It's not physically intensive.
Good thing
It's
that
kind of
you
just
yeah, like good thing you don't pick like something like in the future. There's like a lot of shit. There's like a lot of mini jacks.
no, not that one.
It's
This
like
one is
mini
fine.
jack with LNs. Like
This one is
yeah, this
actually
one
quite
is fine.
fun.
It offers more variety at least.
But
At least it doesn't look as chokeable as Apple in future.
Blind Future is just dumb. Like I can't even hit that no matter how many times I try. But this I can consistently get pretty good scores on
I
without
don't even
missing.
remember Jack LNs existed.
Jack Ellens. Yeah, so we'll go on the next map. Just alternating between.
Yeah.
And this time we have a post map. This is a kind of good song too.
It's a classic background. It's just red, and the text it is pretty much how it says.
Yep, we'll go.
Also, yeah, this is as a matter of fact, it's like used in qualifiers for OSNZ last year.
Yeah, last year.
This is
so it's
very hard as for
this
a
is like a
qualifier.
10. Yeah. This was ridiculously hard as a stage 2, right? Like this is one of the hardest stage 2s I've ever seen. But
This is the hardest stage to at least before Soft 5 were introduced.
I mean,
SBs.
Top 5 stage 2 is much harder than this, but
Yeah,
well, actually,
but in comparison to like Soft 4, this is a lot harder.
This is like because usually stage 2s would be like ACK maps. This is not an ACK map. This is just a full-on like tech map, basically.
Yeah, it tries to be a tech qualifier, but it doesn't look like it's gonna be a tech one because you have to consider that this is also quite dense for what it does.
Yeah, so generally with this, we have a lot of a lot of the jacks going for a lot of these bursts, but I feel like most of the difficulty I would say is in the first half even.
Oh yeah,
I mean it's not that the second half is easy, but I feel like it's more consistent to get combo on this second half here. Like these patterns
these are really mini jack heavy.
They're much less chokeable in the second half. Like the second half overall is just easier to combo, I feel like.
I also remember pretty vividly when Pope actually was looking for advices on for making this a qualifier. The previous versions had a lot of short LNs on the first half, so we had to tone it down because it's really hard.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a 4-star, but doesn't look like it plays like a 4-star.
4-star map, by the way. It's not as low stars as... Wait, actually, no, this is like 3.9 stars, isn't it? My god.
Actually, let me check for that.
I think it's under 4 stars, yeah.
I mean, for the EX difficulty anyway, this one is stage 2. So let me check for a bit here.
So this is more technical, like probably less physically demanding than some of the other Rise maps, but definitely more technical with the patterns.
This is 3.9, yeah, almost 4. For stage 2 anyways.
Okay, so next I think we should be getting into... this is the other hybrid.
Oh yeah, the Sheriff was
so
used somewhere. Actually forgot.
This has been used, I think...
Soft 3?
Soft 3?
Round 16 probably. Yeah, Soft 3 round 16 where
playing it.
There was some data true.
I think it was played back
that
when...
was pretty epic.
think it was played in Australian tournament back like a few years ago as well. Like
Oh yeah.
age. I don't think anyone back then is still even playing. But yeah,
Like,
we'll watch the replay now.
yeah, this is pretty funny to be played in some dream at that retrospect. But yeah, hybrid. This is definitely the easy one because Carry Away was really on the hard side, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like Carry Me Away is hard in general, but this Shera is it's not like hard, but it's chokeable.
Yeah, because I think Shera has a fair share of like inverse and some shields in there too, which is
so generally the structure of Shera, you see like LN section at the start. The mid section has a lot of Rice patterns, and then there's like a little bit of LN at the end again.
Yeah, for what it's like, it's trying to do is that like the bursts are going into like the allies right there, like column 1. Like you have like a mini jack and then there's another shield there in there too. It's kind of, you can pretty much easily let go of the LN because you're trying to focus too hard on the jacks.
Yeah, so this is as we can see here, it's more of a rice focus towards the middle of the map. We have these bursts that are not too bad, honestly. The bursts are pretty manageable. I feel like it's
there's a bit of running there too, which is really hard.
It's when I always struggled with the jacks, honestly. In this.
Also, you got some
and the LNs as
a
well.
bit of outro on the LN side.
I feel like the LNs really like they really tank your accuracy. Yeah, that at the end. I remember like a few years ago when I was playing this, that was the one. That was like the one that I could never hit at the end.
Yeah,
I tried so many times to try and hit it, but it would always be 1 missed scores.
It always like gets like more victim on the jacks like that. I really remember on software where everyone just struggles on hitting them.
Yeah, massive choke potential really, at the end.
It's not hard, but it's very chokeable. Yeah.
It's just like screaming at you to choke. Like, hey, that's a nice combo you have there.
Yeah, it's either you're trying to take the hard route, but then it's consistent. But this one doesn't seem like it's hard, but it's so chokeable.
Okay, so we're going to go to the next map now, and we're going to an LN map now.
Yeah.
So this is the third and last LN map of the pool, and this is also one that is fairly well known, I feel like.
Also, a bit
of
condolences to the FC because I know that it's not an FC because I already counted the long number of notes.
Wow, you counted the notes. Math's god.
Yes. I'm pretty sure Surf missed at the ending.
Rip. That's
because the ending is around the inverse side, I guess. But I trust that this one doesn't feel hard for like good bounce because it's just there's like multiple gaps. No shield.
Yeah, those shields are a little bit annoying. But it's not a very fast BPM, so they're not like a massive problem. They're just kind of annoying.
Yeah.
But definitely this is hard on the release timing side. And I feel like that's what a lot of people are struggling with in this tournament as well, is like release timing is quite hard to nail down.
I would argue that this is not so much on the release that is hard either, it's just how you combo the shield. Because when you see like shields like this, there's always going to be a note, so there's a queue whether you can release it, so it's not too bad on the release side. It's just a shield here. Like you can see like there's a multiple normal notes and then goes back to LS and then normal notes again.
Kamui Trill. So
that was I guess it's more to a Lacrima Trail.
Yeah, that was a Lacrima Trail actually, yeah. Very, very slow Lacrima Trail.
Yeah. I don't think it was used in install because I have no idea.
Used in... I actually have no idea what the map pools for Speed of Light were. I've never actually looked at them.
Oh
So,
yeah. At least I mean, it's just pretty standard, I guess. It doesn't feel that.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. The shields, the reverse shields, I guess, I too.
But yeah, if there's any maps that have been in Seoul, then I guess that was just a coincidence. But yeah, overall, like this map is quite long as well, and it does kind of feel long.
Okay, yeah. Going more full inverse now.
It feels long just because you're just trying to keep up your accuracy in your combo through the whole thing, and it really kind of drains you a little bit. Not really like physically drained, but like mentally, you know?
Yeah, isn't it? I guess. Well, considering the length of it, it's just it just speaks for itself. Nice Electro mode again.
Yeah, definitely the slowest of all of the LN apps as well.
Also, yeah, say goodbye to Surf FC right here. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
because of that, before the lack of a trip.
right at the end.
Yeah, that was really sad.
Oh yeah, also
Pretty recent run
I
though.
realized this after, but two of our LN maps are sung by the same vocalist. Because
Actually, you're right. Yeah, yeah,
this is sung by Senya.
yeah. You're right. You're right.
Yeah. I didn't notice that until everything was in like the two maps that were next to each other on the sheet. I'm like, hang on a second, same person. Yeah.
You get two songs on the same vocalist. Kind of fun.
Yeah, so we'll go to the next map then. And how many maps do we have left? We have one more after this, I think, and then the tiebreaker. So this is going to be the last rice. And this is another shoegazer map. I think this is one of the most physically intensive of the rice picks.
You can kind of say that this is also leaning towards mixed rice, but it's also more on the jump stream side. Not so much on the jacks even.
So this is like kind of a stream map. It's somewhere between like the stamina map and like a speed. But yeah,
it's on a degree. It's on a degree of transitioning from a speed stream into a jump stream, I guess.
So it's like 222 BPM, but it's not.
It's like a funny number.
It's not full on jump stream, but it's not like speed stream or index stream either. It's more of just like a very light streams, and not like continuous either until the end, I guess. But this one is also kind of broken into two halves. We get the first half, which is really the first half. There's a couple of bursts, which can trip you up a lot, like here. These kind of can definitely trip you up, but in particular, there's one burst at the very end of the half that is very hard.
It is like pretty much it has weird snaps. It's not even snaps to like just straight up 1-8. There's a couple of them
at the end.
Yeah,
that at the end is hard.
Yeah, pretty much.
But other than that, the first half is like other than that last burst, I would say the first half is pretty tame. The second half is where we kind of see less bursts in the second half, but more like continuous streams.
Oh yeah, this is a bit of a speed up. I actually like the speed up quite a lot.
Yeah, and you'll see the actually the max BPM in this is actually 222.
Yeah, this is the transition to this is really hard.
So this is just like the level that I can just barely keep up with here. And it really just does become like a little bit of speed, a little bit of stamina here as well, because at this point, it's very short, very long.
Density-wise, this is continuous jump stream. 222 BPM. Also, like the verse in there too.
There's a second SV. Don't worry, King. There's SV after this, and then there's the tiebreaker. I believe.
I'm worried about the SV.
I think it's fine. I think people are going to be fine on it. But this is yeah. So that was Noose. I think Noose is decently hard
Yeah,
actually. But
I guess
although, like,
it's
looking back
it's
at
pretty
all the
popular as a pick. I would say this is more popular from the like You Got That, for example.
I mean, like looking
You
at
see,
the
this is straight up jump stream.
I get the same score on basically all the Rice maps, except for Jack. Like
I,
every Rice map, I get like 98.5 on, like every single one,
oh boy.
but in a different way. But yeah, we'll see. Last map now coming in before the tiebreaker. We're seeing a brand new, amazing strong SV map.
You actually picked this. I am.
And this is a great song, as we can see.
Nice background.
Nice background. Background is amazing.
It's actually T-Deck with like lots of colors in the background.
I love this. But this map was actually mapped very, very recently. Like it was only uploaded like a week ago.
It was uploaded a week ago for group stage.
For group stage
for
of
Polish tournament.
Yeah, for the Polish tournament, it was uploaded as the group stage SV pick. But since no one in the tournament currently is from Poland, it is fine to use here as well. So we'll watch the replay. We'll see what this is about. And this is so we can see at the start here. You just have to remember that is there basically. So there is a little bit of memorization involved, although a lot of the map does come down to reading as well. So this is kind of I guess you would have noticed the pattern that I'm kind of going for is instead of like one reading SV, one memorization SV, I'm kind of going for one reading and one like half memorization, half reading. Because I feel like that's more interesting with Flashlight.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what's funny is that like when you see like the intro where it's pretty much invisible nodes, if you see them on Flashlight, you probably can't even see them.
No, you can't see them at all. You cannot see the first few notes at all. Like you just have to. You can see the first one. The first one comes down normally, but after the first note, which is pretty easy to time, you just need to tap to the beat.
Yeah.
Which is not that bad. Like it really.
Oh yeah, this one's really fun to actually play it, I guess.
So the like the memorization kind of aspect here is as you could like it really does switch between like rhythms quite a lot. Like it switches from like 1/3 tapping to like swing to like 1/4 and all that. And I feel like a lot of the things that I had to memorize were just at what points of the song it changes. Because there is a lot of
that's
tricks.
annoying. This is swing.
And of course, on top of this, there's also the visual SV that you get, the reading SV that you get in like those swing sections and all that. Like overall, I said before, this is I find this easier than Ruins just because once you have remembered everything, as you can see, like with this score, it's pretty straightforward to double S, in my opinion.
Oh.
Whereas
yeah, okay.
Ruins, I think, yeah,
there you go.
The end is the same as the start. Right? So all that is you're just tapping the same note in the same column, and then the last one is a quad. So it's not anything that's like advanced to any kind of degree. Like it's very reasonable. You just can't sight read it, obviously. Yeah, so that was the last map of the regular pool. So now we're going to see the tiebreaker, and the tiebreaker is definitely one that I don't think anyone has seen before because it's also a brand new map. So we've gone all out with the brand new map picks here. And this is one that was just uploaded last week by Lenpai for the tiebreaker. So we'll watch the replay here, and this one is no SV involved. And it is very much a combination of Rice and LN. And this is at 220 BPM as well, so it is decently fast. So we'll see, actually a lot of the crazy parts we'll see in this map, in that Rice. Like you can see the bursts with the rice are very, very tricky to try and hack and to combo as well. So mostly in this first half, we're going to see these weird snappings come up quite a lot, and also just this kind of basic like LN chord usage that's going on in this first half. So most of it is pretty tame, 220 BPM chords, so it's not too bad. But then we have some of these streams coming in. This is some like light hand stream. And definitely more, I guess, like rice focus towards the start here. We got a little bit of LN here as well. And more of these wacky snapping. So the good thing is, even though there are a lot of like kind of physically intensive parts and some difficult rice patterns, you do get some like decent breaks here and there with a little bit of like easier sections. So it's not like full on stamina destroying to the extent that Hydra is, but we can see just between these like LN bits, rice bits.
These levels look kind of annoying because it feels broken, the LM stream, almost.
Yeah, they're a little bit annoying to try and hack, but definitely like these snappings with the rights are just mean. Like they're really mean. And this is 220 BPM as well. So pretty fast, but nothing too like ridiculously dense or
Yeah, nothing too crazy about it.
nothing individually. Like nothing individually is too like physically hard.
Oh, okay.
This is some extreme going on.
This is a nice skill on Ellen stream too. It's probably gonna call up a lot if you can like particularly read them.
Yeah, so then we have towards the end here, we've got some hand stream that's going on at the end, just in case you weren't losing enough stamina.
I'm more so like the guitar solo. There's like kind of short elements thrown in there too, which is okay. That's nice. Scream streams.
Scream streams, they're great. Yeah, is this like a idol? It's like a screamer idol group, is it?
I'm not sure.
Kind of crazy.
Gonna throw in some whack ass streams.
Yeah, and that's the end there. So a pretty like I think it's a pretty good amount between like the rice and the LNs.
Yeah,
We have like,
good a testament to the skill set provided in the Tiebreaker, I guess.
Yeah, and I would say since it like kind of tests everything, like I don't think the individual components are harder than like the normal maps, but I think once you put them all together, it ends up being quite a bit to juggle. And for 4 minutes and 20 seconds as well is quite long. So it ends up being about the right difficulty, I feel like. Maybe slightly harder than the rest of the pool, actually. It's a bit harder.
It's like slightly harder, but it's like it doesn't overwhelm you in a way that makes you like you get a good score, or if you can't play them, you just can't really.
That said, I think this stage overall, we're going to see a lot less AC battles, a lot less FCs. and
Yeah.
really start to focus on like the combination of reading and like physical ability.
Yeah. More or less, it's just
Yep.
like when like the poll is gonna throw you like very physical stuff.
Overall. So
It's starting to get much harder.
yeah, it's starting to get harder. I think overall we're like the aim kind of is like you remember stage 4. I think stage
Mm-hmm.
4, looking at the scores, we're kind of aiming for that to kind of be the finals level. So somewhere between finals week
True.
1, finals week 2, given like the scores that we saw, there was like a lot of 900k flat, right? So all of these maps, I can guarantee, are easier than stage 4. There is not a single map that is
Yeah.
harder than stage 4 in this pool. So,
I guess
well, at least
that is
personally
true.
speaking. So overall, that's going to be the map pool. You may have noticed there are actually 2 more maps than before as well. So
Yeah.
quarterfinals had 12 maps in total, including the tiebreaker. This has 14 maps, including the tiebreaker. So the next, the semifinals are going to end up, instead of being best of 9, it's going to be best of 11.
So it's like versus 6. I'm assuming.
Yeah, so it'll be first to 6 for the semifinals. So first to 6 for semis, and then from finals week 1 and finals week 2 will be first to 7. So it's just going to be semis that has this this pool size.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that'll be it for now. I'll post the I will post the links, the announcement in announcement, and work on the schedule. So the schedule should be released sometime tonight, within the next few hours. Okay. Hope you all enjoy, and I'll see you again next week for the semifinals matches, which should be very exciting because we have some absolute bangers.